Rosetta by Dua Saleh. It is 6 songs, 17 minutes, same exact length as previous one. So as I'm telling you, it's going to be shorter EPs for the day.
Yes.
This is very eclectic and experimental. It's very different, but I did enjoy parts of this for sure.
Yeah.
So Dua Saleh, I've never heard of them before, but
I can explain a little bit about them.
yeah.
So
if
they're younger, from like the Midwest of America, I believe. Sudanese American, also Muslim. So I think one of their prime musical experiences was getting to meet at like the same show around the same time three of their musical heroes, which are Yassine Bey, Tierra Whack, and Sia.
Okay.
And I think that's a good way to go into this album because I think it has Sia's energy, Yassine Bey / Mos Def's passion, and Tierra Whack's eclecticness.
Yeah, because this album goes all over the place. Oh, I like to call this, by the way, like a warehouse album because it sounds like the production of it. It sounds like you're in the middle of a warehouse where it's like the echo and the chamber of it. It's not saying it's like the production is crap. It's saying that's what it sounds like, but I like it in that regard.
I was almost thinking like Costco warehouse, like you get the beats in bulk or something.
No. These like you go into like a random warehouse where a dude's like, hey, leave me alone. I want to make my own music, and it's just like some weird shit. Or you go to a weird rave with like 3 other people.
Someone with like a boom microphone near a forklift trying to get that noise.
Yeah,
so they
exactly.
Can remix
just
it,
like
right?
that one crazy composer that's making a horror film and trying to get that exact sound, and he's just like up for 16 hours trying to figure it out.
Mood.
Yeah, right. Anyways, Cat Scratch starts off with just 2 minutes. It's kind of a short little track that gets you into it.
You'd almost expect it to be trappy, but it does not do that at all.
It doesn't at all. Even less trappy is Umbrella, which is hilarious if you're an Englisher. Because they always add R's to A's, which like they say Honda, which does not make sense.
Unable to do it without it.
Anyways, so Umbrella,
Here.
they make a song that's like almost punk inspired rock. That's like industrial rock, sounded like a little bit like Preoccupations, which is one of my favorite fucking rock albums to come out in the past decade. Kind of that style of that warehouse rock where it sounds like it's echoing in the background and it's very unique. And I go, what on the earth? Okay, I love that shit. And then you go into Smut, which comes after, which is then kind of like your Trap and B song. I'm like, what the hell is this EP? It's all over the place, but the vocals in it make at least those 3 coherent, which is incredible because I'm like, if it's one thing to do something that's wild and all over the place but not make it coherent. So far, at least with those tracks, is coherent. You have Windham, which comes after it, which is also a good track.
Windham is my favorite.
It's my second favorite.
Yeah, it's just really kind of, unlike many things on this album, which are kind of more in your face, it's really light and airy and still very beautiful. And it's like kind of the transition between the later parts of the album. I'd say Hellbound's still pretty intense, and Smut I'll come back to because that's another interesting kind of song and what it means and goes to. But yeah, it shows the range that Dua Saleh can work with.
It's fantastic. I really like their work with just the production of it. It's unique. It's very eclectic, but there's so much that they've hit in this album, kind of similar like Uvis Tumor almost, where it's just there's so much to listen to. The production isn't that good yet, and like the vocal isn't that good yet, but there's a lot of promise. And
they try SoundCloud's mastering program.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, it still sounds pretty good.
It sounds fantastic. It sounds fantastic.
There's definitely worse stuff on SoundCloud.
It's supposed to be experimental that way. It's supposed to sound that way, which I enjoy because it's unique and it brings out into a message of it. So. I like it. I was very, very impressed with their work.
I cut you off a little bit earlier. Yeah. Were you going to describe Hellbound and Bankrupt a little bit at all?
Hellbound slows down a little bit, and then Hellbound speeds up a little bit. Bankrupt slows down. Sorry, I mixed those two. Where Hellbound's kind of in your face again, similar to like Smut or Umbrella, and then Bankrupt slows down a little bit, but still has basically the themes of this album, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's very, very good.
I love them. I love what they're kind of coming to music with. It's very exciting to see them grow and what it's going to become. So I can't wait for more. I also heard a Dua Saleh single called Body Cast that was kind of like their response to the George Floyd, all that stuff happening. Really dope, goes really hard. It's like no name level quality good, although it's not necessarily going towards Drake. And the last thing, Smut was a song that Dua Saleh wrote when they were in high school and became the what was it, like president or vice president of their high school's gay straight alliance. Their conservative mother found out about that and wasn't really happy about that, sent them to a like very conservative like Muslim sort of school and area. And so the song is sort of a rebellion to that, including using Arabic words that are kind of like twisting the language in ways that play with gender and stuff like that. That's really interesting. It's stuff that I don't fully understand, but it's in that song. And even you were describing it, how the vocal effects on it make it sort of that warehouse vibe, where there's a lot of things coming at you. You can hear the sound coming from different directions, and I think that's probably thematically plays in the song as well.
Yeah, kind of like "Tomorrow Never Knows" from the Beatles, where it sounds like it's going right around you the whole time.
Yeah,
it does that, which
like
is
part of the effect.
It's a cool effect, and it's very hard to pull off in a good way. So it's fantastic.
Yeah. This is very good.
Arbitrary scale. This is Bush's best vegetarian baked beans. Every white people's favorite beans right there, but the vegetarian version because it's that good.
Digging it. I'll go with that too. Everyone's craving some beans.
Right.
Actually, no. I'm gonna give them Uncle Ben's.
Uncle Ben's.
Ben's.
Uncle Ben's. Those are some solid beans.
Yeah, some hella good beans. Okay.
Magic beans with a Z at the side.
It's like beans with the gorilla Z at the end.